Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a full face get ready with me trying out new products. I've got some new products from Marc Jacobs. I have the new Naked Wild West palette from Urban Decay. I have some products from Becca and Charlotte Tilbury. But if you'd like to see how I created this look and the products that I used, just keep watching. I'm starting off with the skin. I already have my eyes primed, I already have my brows done, and then I have pore filling primer, the usual on my pores. And we're gonna go in with a new foundation and concealer from Marc Jacobs. I do already have this on my neck because I put on a necklace and I didn't want it, yeah, whatever. It's on my neck, it's not on my face. This is the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Caffeine Concealer and Foundation, and it contains 16 mils. Now, it has a little applicator, so you could just do like so. But the applicator is like mid-size. It's not what I would consider to be great for the face, but maybe good underneath the eyes. I haven't figured that part out yet. So I decided to put it on my dish, and I'm going to pick it up with my sponge and just do it that way. Plus, I kind of like to work it in instead of trying to figure out the coverage and like just guess with, I don't know. As I've gone along in my, I'm sorry, this is making noise. As I've gone along in my career, I just don't really like doe foot applicators for the face. I don't mind them, but I'm not like in love with them. I'm trying to make this stop making a noise. This has a strange smell to me, almost like it's gone bad. I'm gonna smell it on here. It's like it has a tiny bit of coconut, but like it's gone bad. I don't like the smell of it. It's like coconut and crayon. I would assume it hasn't gone bad just because, I mean, it's a brand new product. And this is like my exact skin color, which is nice. However, I do like to go a little bit deeper just because my actual body is a little darker. But this is going to work. This is going to work just fine. I think I actually have too much on my dish. So let's see. Get up here. Well, actually, I mean, I feel like my forehead, I don't know if it's coming off on camera, but I feel like my forehead might have a little bit more color than even this does. So I could go up a shade for sure. But this, I'll be able to bronze it up, and I think it'll be just about perfect. I'm so sorry if the zipper is annoying. It's annoying me. I would say that gave me a high medium coverage. I have a spot right here. It's not completely covering that. Probably buildable to full, but I didn't look at the ingredients before I got this. It has a lot of coconut derivatives and just different stuff in there. And I don't know if I'll have any issues with it. In case you guys don't know, I've been able to tolerate some coconut oil derivatives and not others, so we'll see what happens. I didn't even use all of that, so a little goes a long way. So what I'm going to do is pick up that on my sponge and use it as my concealer, because that is what it is. It is concealer and foundation in one. I do like that aspect of this. However, I feel like it's a little bit of a cash grab. I'm not going to lie. Hold on. I need to look up and see how much this is because it's 15 mils. And yeah, your typical concealer does not have that much, but your typical foundation has 1 full mil. And then if you consider like the Too Faced and the Tarte concealers, they have quite a bit. I want to say, was it 10? So maybe a little bit more, but it's still, for me, if it's marketed as a foundation too, let me look at this again. Concealer and foundation. I would have liked to have seen it have just a little bit more. So it's not bad. It's like right in between. But I would have liked to have seen it have a little bit more. But with that being said, the fact that a little goes a long way is really nice. And this is looking really good. I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty powder and pound cake. I have another powder to test out, but not one that I want to test out underneath my eyes when I'm testing out a new concealer, because then I won't know if it's the concealer or if it's the powder. I wore the wrong shirt today. I like to start the powder on my pores and then work upward with the excess so that I'm not getting too much powder underneath here. But I do love the blurring effect of this powder, especially with a damp sponge. I need to take off the zippers. The new powder I have is from Becca Cosmetics. It's the Light Shifter Finishing Veil, and I have Star Child number 2. However, I'm going to use this as a finishing veil, like my buffing powder. So I'm going to use this last, and I'm going to go in with my SISLEY to set the rest of my face. This is a REPHR number 25 brush. I don't want to get too much powder. I'm going to dust it around. I'm going to quickly add on a lip balm so my lips are not dry. This one is from La Mercier. What is it called? The Hydrating Lip Balm. Anywho, I went off camera and decided to do a little bit of investigating. I have this little bad boy in my collection still. It's the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer. And it's meant to have multiple purposes. But it says Sculpting Concealer, Conceal, Highlight, and Retouch. I don't think that it actually claims to be a foundation in one, and the price of this, the original price was $30 and it has 15 mils and it's on sale right now on the Too Faced website. I wonder if they're getting rid of it. But it's $22.50 right now. Anywho, I kind of did a little bit more digging because I was thinking about this, which has 15 mils, and then the Tarte one, which has 10 mils, and then I started looking at the actual prices of previous concealers and previous foundations from Marc Jacobs. Their foundation was $56 and it only had 0.75 ounces. This is the original one that with like the matte coverage, and now it's $28. I was looking at that with the 0.75 ounces, 22 mils, and then this one having 0.56. And being $39, it's not really that out of the ballpark for Marc Jacobs. And then the Accomplice Concealer and Touch-Up Stick, it had 0.17 ounces, 5 grams of product, and it was $32. So really, it's not bad, but for it being marketed as a foundation as well, I would have rather have had closer to the full ounce and paid a little bit more, just because if I like this, I'm going to go through it really quickly. But I just want to retract my statements about the price and the amount that you're getting, because it really does fall in line with the Marc Jacobs brand. Anywho, moving on to this beauty right here. This is the Marc Jacobs Cafe Omega 3 Powder Blush Bronze and Highlight Palette, and I have the shade Tan-tastic Glow number 200, and there is one other shade that is a little bit deeper. I love the packaging. I don't even drink coffee that often, but I do. I like the packaging. It gives me coffee vibes for sure. Now, take this little plastic booger out. This is what it looks like. It smells just like the bronzer, which I actually decluttered. I don't like the smell of coconut, but this one doesn't smell like coconut and crayons. That is what I was smelling with the foundation concealer. This just smells like the original Marc Jacobs coconut line. Anywho, I went and dug through to figure out which brush I wanted to use, because these are smaller pans versus, you know, the big old bronzer. I'm going to go in with my artist brush from Wayne Goss. This is the largest one. And I'm going to pick up the, ooh, it picks up really easily. I am going to start applying this. It's blending into the skin very nicely. I could be remembering incorrectly because it's been a little while since I've used that bronzer and I did declutter it, but I feel like this has a little bit of, not a glow, like it's gonna leave texture. It's a little bit easier to, and I liked the original one, it's just the smell. This one, it just, I don't know, there's something about it that seems a little different, but again, it's been a long time since I've used the other. I wish I still had it to compare. This brush is the perfect size. Like it's going into the pan and picking up the product perfectly. And then I love the way that the brush hairs and everything on these. Oh, I think these are actually individual now, by the way, from Wayne Goss on Beautylicious. In case you didn't want to have the whole set, which I love the whole set, but in case you were just interested in one of the brushes or something, it comes in like the large, the medium, and the small. Mario E5. I'm using the same bronzer just to lightly contour my nose. Royal Inlang Nickel BOM 256. I'm just going to blend. There's no product on this brush. Maybe a little bit from like previous use, my By Terry or Fenty powder, but I just want to make sure that that's blended in. I'll finish off the rest of my face momentarily. First, I want to go in with this beauty. This is actually the second time I have used it. I have another tutorial for you guys. Like it's done. And I really like the way it turned out. This is from Urban Decay. It's upside down. The Naked Wild West palette. I am going to do a look off camera really quickly on one side and then come on camera to duplicate it on the opposite side. Laredo on a Zoeva 227. Placing this on the whole outer half of my lid. Kind of tapping it into place. Working it up into the crease. I'm going to start blending upward. I do need to pick up a little bit more product in order to do so. Just going to go in soft circular motions, going into the transition area and slightly above, bringing it about 3/4 of the way in to the crease. Pony up on a Sonia G Crease Pro. I'm going to deepen up the outer corner with this shade. Bringing it into the crease. Not as far in as I took the last shade. And I'm also going to blend upward, but again, not quite as high. .227, no additional product, just to blend the two shades together. Spur on a BK Beauty 206. This might seem like an odd choice, but I thought it was a little fun to add just a little hint of warmth right around the edges of those cool tone shades. This does lighten up Laredo just a little bit. So I'm going back in with the 227, no additional product, and just making sure I get a little bit of that pigmentation back. But I like just like that tiny little hint of warmth. Now for the shimmer, I'm going in with Cowboy Rick on a REPHR 02. I'm going to pack this on the lid. I'm using it dry. It is going all over my face. And then I'm going to start working it upward and tapping over the other shades to get more of a blended look instead of super defined. No additional product, but I'm going back in with the Crease Pro just to blend the little edge of that glittery shadow. Wayne Goss 27S, going in with the shade Laredo. I am going to smoke this out all along my lower lash line. Bristles Beauty EO5 PS. Now I'm going to take the shade Tex. I'm going to stamp this right along the top lash line from inner to outer corner. Same shade, Tex, on a Lunar Beauty E6. I'm very faintly going to apply this right up against the lash line. I don't want it to be super opaque. And then I'm going to go add on inner rim liner and mascara. The way this foundation is settling into my skin is not good. Like, I'm not happy with it. So I took my Milk makeup spray. I sprayed and I don't know. It might have gotten worse. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Underneath my eyes isn't bad, but I don't know. I'm not, there's just something about it that I'm not loving on my skin. But with that aside, we're going to go ahead and finish off the face. I'm going to take the highlight right here. I don't know if this is going to be too dark for me or not. Sometimes things shock me and they work, and sometimes they don't. But we will see. I'm going to go in with my Anastasia A23. And no, I did not mean for that to rhyme. And yeah, I think this will work. Not that I really want to add any more texture. I feel like it's just like sinking in. When I first put it on, it was like it went onto the skin really nicely. And then afterwards, I don't think I like this highlight. I don't know. I don't know. The Marc Jacobs stuff just is not doing it for me. The bronzer is nice. And the highlight isn't bad, but this is definitely adding some texture. Oh well, we're going with it today. You know what? I want a different highlight for my nose though. I'm going to go in with my YSL 3D All Over Glow Powder and do the nose and chin. This is just like, it's seamless. This powder doesn't add a bunch of texture. It gives a beautiful glow without it being too much. I don't know. I'm glad right now that I'm not going anywhere. Royal and Langnickel BOM 38. I'm going to go in with the blush. The blush is pretty. It's not too pink and it's not too coral. I like the color of it. Now I'm going to go in with my Fenty Lavender Powder. This is part of my project pan. I just want to brighten up underneath my eyes, blur out the highlight and blush just a little bit. I'm going to start on my pores and go upward. Just go right around the edges. And then I'm going to buff with the powder from Becca. I know, I use a million different powders. Just a reminder, this is the Becca Light Shifter Finishing Veil in Star Child number 2. And then there is a mirror, but it's got that little film on it, and this is the shade. Sonia G, Face 1. I'm just going to go right around the edges of everything. Oh, and I do have on the SISLEY liner in Nude. So I'm going to go in with one of the new HYLURONIC, or something like that. HAPPIKISS, HYLURONIC from Charlotte Tilbury. Those were sent to me, but these other products I purchased. I'm going to take off this film so I can see. This is making my skin look dry. But it could be the foundation. Like, the complexion is just not here for me today. It's not here for me. Let's test out the final product, again from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Hyaluronic Plus Happy Kiss Color Balm, and I am using the shade Happy Peach. These are extremely pigmented. I have a few of them, but I haven't actually used them. You click it up. Don't click more than what you need because you can't click it back down. I'm going to show you on my hand the pigmentation. There's a lot. All right, this is the finished look, and I have some thoughts. I'm really happy with some things, and I am definitely not happy with others, so let's just go through it. First things first, the Marc Jacobs Foundation and Concealer in One, the Extra Shot. I like it better underneath my eyes than I do on my face. I'm not liking it. I'm not sure what happened because when I first applied it, it looked pretty good. And then as it sank into my skin, as it, settled, it just wasn't looking good. And then when I used my Milk Makeup Spray, didn't help the situation, and I'm just not a fan of it. And I would say that I would continue to try it with other, primers and this and that. But I have a feeling this could break me out. I don't know. I'm just not a fan. And that's not taking into consideration the size or anything like that. It's just the way it looks on my skin is not my favorite. And I feel like I can feel that. But that could also be the powder, which let me just go ahead and talk about this powder. It kind of reminds me of that Hourglass powder that was a mixture of their different powders. That is the effect this is giving me. It looks just kind of dry. Gives a little bit of radiance, but it looks dry. This I will test out again just to make sure that it's not the foundation. But I don't have good, happy thoughts about it. I'm sorry. Sometimes you test out things and everything is amazing, and then other times it's very, very miss. A lot of misses. The compact from Marc Jacobs, I like the blush and the bronzer. The highlight just gives me a little texture that I'm not a huge fan of. And it smells like coconut. I know that's a personal preference. I don't like the smell. And that's another thing. This, again, smells like crayons and coconut mix. This just smells like coconut. So if you like that, that is what this smells like. This blended onto the skin beautifully. I think I would like these two better just on top of a different foundation. But the highlight, it just could be better. It could be better. This palette, I think, is beautiful. I like this look, but I love the other look that I've already done. It's more bronzy with a pop of blue, and it's more of the bronze than the blue, so I didn't do like an all blue look. I love that look. So I've officially used all the shades in this palette, and I think that they are gorgeous. The only one, this one right here, is a little like not chunky, but it's going to you're going to get fallout whenever you use it. So if you use it wet, you're going to have a better experience. But the mattes, everything blends out beautifully. I love the color story of this. I like that they chose to go with teals instead of blues. It's nothing brand new or innovative, but it is a good palette. The Charlotte Tilbury Hyaluronic Happy Kiss. This feels so good. It feels so good. I mean, I love the glossiness. So it's like I like my eyes and I like my lips, but then like everything else is blasé to me. So I don't know. That is, that's the point. That's the fun in trying things out. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I have a feeling I'm going to ask Puffin what he thinks about my foundation and my skin whenever he gets home in roughly an hour and not even a half. I'm going to ask him and see what he thinks. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you'd like to see another look, an amazing look, I really like this look from Urban Decay, the Wild West palette. Just stay tuned. I will have it up for you guys soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. I just feel like it's just like a little dull. It's just a little dull to me. But my lips are fabulous. All right, beauties, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have tried these products and what your experience has been, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.